Now we have reports of municipal officers. Mayor Hanwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. The 2024 annual report is available on the city website and or by stopping in to peruse it at the council office or the mayor's office during city hall hours. The report contains a great deal of data and documents positive financial health and growth of the city. I want to especially thank Sarah Tome for her efforts in taking all the information from the various department heads and creating a consistent and professional report with a great deal of color photos this time. And I also wanted to thank the council members, the department heads, and the individual staff for making Medina so special. The Medina TV has completed the Chimney Rock video, and it's available on the Armstrong channel, YouTube, and Facebook. And this, for those that may not be aware, this is the group that came up from North Carolina. There's some video of the devastation down in their town of Chimney Rock, as well as some of their experiences here in the city and the emotions of that when they came up several weeks after Christmas. And last but not least, there are a number of square events. On April 13th, the Cars and Coffee will take place from 8 a.m. to noon. That's put on by Main Street Medina. And then April 13th, also the Community Pinwheel Walk to prevent child abuse will be on the public square from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Durham, Director of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to remind all residents that the City of Medina has an income tax. If you are a resident of the City of Medina, you need to file that same time as you do your federal and state taxes. We contract out the collection of that income tax to RETA. It's reta-ohio.com is where you can go to file online or to get forms and so on and so forth. If you're not sure if you live in the City of Medina or not, you can call us or you can check on the county auditor's website. That will tell you what jurisdiction a parcel is in. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Huber, Law Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Thank you, Mrs. Marshall, Economic Development Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report this evening.
Chief Kinney, Police Department.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mr. Gladys, Building Official.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to take a minute to congratulate Tom Cromer, one of our building department team members. Tom just recently tested and was approved by the State of Ohio Board of Building Standards to receive the highest certification available by the state, which is the Chief Building Official Certification. Tom has been with the city for close to 12 years. Tom started out as a property maintenance / zoning code enforcement inspector and building inspector. Tom, in his early years with the city, was approved by the Board of Building Standards to join a program that allows building inspectors to participate in on-the-job mentoring program. This program ranges from 5 to 10 years of on-the-job training. In that time, Tom was able to receive his plumbing, electrical, HVAC inspectors, and now Chief Building Official certification. Now with Tom's Chief Building Official certification, the City of Medina Building Department is now 100% self-sufficient, which is very rare. Typically, only large cities like Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati are self-sufficient. The state of Ohio requires redundancies of all personnel certifications. The City of Medina, City of Brunswick, and the Medina County Building Department has written agreements to provide each other with the required redundancies. Medina will still continue to help the cities of Brunswick and Medina County Building Departments. That ends my report.
Thank you, Mr. Bacoli, Service Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report this evening.
Mr. Worley, Parks and Recreation Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a couple updates. First, I wanted to let council and the public know that our playground at Ken Cleveland Park was recently completed a few days ago and opened up just when the weather was about 70 degrees on a Friday. We are extremely thankful for the Ken Cleveland Foundation donating 100% of the funds to purchase and erect that playground for us at the park. The day we opened it, we had about 10 kids standing around for at least 2 hours waiting until the caution tape came down. So it was received very well. Lastly, or second to last here, we were recently notified that the City of Medina received our Tree City USA designation for the 43rd year. We are one of the oldest around Northeast Ohio. The Arbor Day Foundation is a global nonprofit with a mission to inspire people to plant, nurture, and celebrate trees. To earn Tree City USA recognition, a city must uphold 4 core standards, including maintaining a tree board or department we have both our Shade Tree Commission and our Forestry Department, having a community tree ordinance, spending at least $2 per capita on urban forestry, and participating in Arbor Day celebration. The Arbor Day Foundation's Tree City USA program is operated in partnership with the National Association of State Foresters and the USDA Forest Service. Lastly, we have recently deployed 5 AEDs at our parks where sports associations utilize our amenities. This was a new requirement through House Bill 47, and we are currently in process working with the associations to make sure that all of their head coaches are trained with hands-on training in the use of an AED. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Patton, City Engineer.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to alert the public, starting tomorrow, our crews will be back on East Reagan doing that pavement stabilization. We anticipate they have 12 to 15 more work days. Hopefully, we get good weather and get that completed soon. And also, the airport pavement repair project starts tomorrow out at Medina Municipal Airport.
Thank you. Chief Walters, Fire Department.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mr. Dutton, Planning and Community Development Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Thank you. Notices, communications, and petitions, we have one. We have a liquor permit. Not to object to the renewal of a D1, D2, and D6 permit to Sticks Acquisition LLC, 275 Forest Meadows Drive, Medina.
Move not to object.
Second, not to object.
Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Unfinished business, we have none. Introduction of visitors. Members of the public will be permitted the opportunity to speak on any issue or concern which pertains to the city during the portion of the council agenda devoted to introduction of visitors. All comments shall be directed to the chair, and a reasonable time limit of approximately 5 minutes will be imposed. If there's a group, please appoint a spokesperson. Speakers should approach the rear microphone and state their name and address so it can be entered into the minutes. Members of the public will be afforded the opportunity to comment on other portions of the meeting as determined by the chair or by a vote of the majority of council members present. At this time, I know we have the 5th graders from Northrop Elementary Career Capstone Project, and Colleen Worley, the teacher, brought some of these children so they can present this capstone project to council and the city. And I know the name sounds familiar. I'm not really sure why, but it does. So at this time, if you guys can approach the rear microphone and give us an update.
Hello, community members. Thank you for having us here today. We are 5th graders at Northrop Elementary School. My name is Andrew. This is Audrina. And this is Olivia. And we have 2 other friends, Skylar and Tobin, but they are absent.
We come to you today with ideas for the renovation of Jump Park. We have been working with Mr. Worley, Park and Rec Director, for our 5th grade career capstone project. He presented us with the problem to solve. We learned that Jump Park would soon need to be replaced due to deteriorating of wood. He was not sure what the best way to getting feedback from children would be. So we came up with a solution. We created a survey for students in our district to complete in order to learn what they wanted in the playground. Data came from Northup, Fenn, and Claggett.
After we got the results back, we took all ideas into consideration. But certain ages wanted one thing more than another. A majority of all kids liked the idea of keeping wood, which we learned would potentially be recycled lumber this time around. The kids' choices for the theme was beach or ocean. Kindergartners and first graders wanted mazes, swings, zip lines, and tunnels. Third through fifth graders requested a tire swing and zip line. Middle schoolers' top vote were swings, monkey bars, a climbing wall, tire swing, and bungee trampoline. We also want to include children with disabilities, so we would like to add ramps, special swings, braille, lower basketball hoops, and rubber and soda mulch.
We appreciate the time that you have given us today, and we hope that you take our feedback into consideration.
Thank you, that was wonderful. Hopefully, Mr. Worley took notes on that. Or he might be able to get the notes from somebody else.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the students for taking their time and reaching out to the variety of different ages so that we can work on developing a replacement plan and put together a conceptual drawing and arrive at a budget. It's always valuable to have their input, so I appreciate their hard work.
Yes, thank you. Is there anybody else that wishes to address council at this time? Okay, introduction and consideration of ordinances and resolutions. At this time, I entertain a motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings on the following ordinances and resolutions. Resolution 5725, ordinance 5825, 5925, and resolution 6025.
Mr. President,
Mr. Shields?
I'll move that we suspend the rules requiring 3 readings of tonight's ordinances and resolutions.
Second.
Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Resolution 5725, a resolution authorizing the mayor to submit a grant application to the Ohio Emergency Management Agency for the 2024 Hazard Mitigation Assistance Grant for the Community Development Department.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, Mr. Dutton?
Thank you, Mr. President. So this is a resolution to submit an OEMA grant for the 2024 Hazard Mitigation Assistance. The purpose will be to use the funds for new Community Development Department permitting and code enforcement software to cover up to 75% of the first year setup and software license. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion on the resolution? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Coin.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Resolution 5725 passes 6-0.
Ordinance 5825, an ordinance authorizing a water service connection at 5784 Wadsworth Road located in Montville Township.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, Mr. Patton?
Thank you, Mr. President. We were approached with a request from the property owner at 5784 Wadsworth. Family is looking to build a new house on that lot. That lot is the first lot outside the city on the west side of Wadsworth Road. We do have a water line that, it's actually on the east side of Wadsworth, but that could service this lot. There are no county water lines in this area. We talked to the county. They have no objection to having the city provide water to this residential use.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll on adoption of the ordinance?
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Ordinance 5825 passes 6-0.
Ordinance 5925, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for competitive bids and award a contract to the successful bidder for the South Court Water Main Loop Project, job number 1181.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
Mr. President.
Mr. Shields?
The emergency clause has been requested. I move to add at this time.
My second includes the emergency clause.
Discussion on both the emergency clause and ordinance. Mr. Patton?
Thank you. This project has been on our long-range plan for many years. It kind of rose to the top here with the development of the Acme parcel. What it does is extends a water line from their South Court Water Tower south to High Point Drive. That will allow us to have redundancy in how we fill up the South Court Water Tower. We also will service, obviously, the restaurants in the facility, the Acme facility there. We're asking for the emergency clause because we'd like to get this done prior to the opening of Acme, which is in July.
Thank you. Any further discussion on the emergency clause and or the ordinance? Will the clerk please call the roll on the emergency clause?
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Shields.
Yes.
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Ordinance 5925 passes 6-0.
Resolution 6025, a resolution donating Dell computers and, what's that, Meraki cameras to the Medina City
Meraki.
Schools? Meraki? Not Meraki?
No, Meraki. Oh, motion approved. Move to approve.
Thank you. A discussion? Mayor Hanwell?
Thank you, Mr. President. So, for our visitors from the schools, the state of Ohio permits political subdivisions when equipment is no longer needed by one to transfer those to another, in this case from the city to the schools. The computers were out of life for the computers that we're using here at City Hall, but the computers, 7, being donated to the school are still being used at the school's labs and will benefit them either as replacements or as in addition. And then the Meraki cameras are also out of life. They've all been replaced in the city, but the schools still have the Meraki cameras in service, so this provides parts to them or replacement cameras to them, knowing that they can't be fixed anymore by the manufacturer. So it's a win for the schools, and in essence, if the city took these to bid, we'd get pennies on the dollar for them. So it's a much better use and helps the students in both regards. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
Mr. President?
Mr. Shields?
I'm going to abstain because it is being donated to my employer and I don't want to have it appear that there's a conflict of interest.
Any further discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the resolution?
Simmons.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Abstain?
Resolution 60-25 passes 5 yeas, 1 abstention.
Believe it or not, that's it. Whoa. Council comments?
Just like I always do, especially in this time period in our life, just be kind to one another. It's pretty easy. Thank you.
Mr. Simmons?
I had the opportunity to spend a couple hours with Chief Walters at the fire department, and he provided me with a tour of the facilities, the new bunk areas, talked about the goals, the objectives of the department. It was very, very enlightening, and so pleased to reach his goal of having 24/7 coverage for the benefit of all the citizens of Medina. So well done, Chief.
Mr. Rose?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations to Tom Cromer. I know he's worked hard at it. Every time I've had any dealings with him, he's always been very professional and very quick. So congratulations to him. And to the participants from the 5th grade. As a person who back in 1993, back in the 1900s, was one of the people who helped build the original jump park with my 3 kids actually there. Eric was all of 4 at the time, and Paul and Jennifer were a little bit older. But we were all there for several nights working at it, and it does my heart good to see you guys keeping it going. So thank you.
Thank you, and I guess the only comment I would have is it's March Madness, so good luck to your bracket. Meeting is adjourned.
I mean, it's not busted yet.